toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Kentucky right back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They are in attack mode already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Right on the money. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 3rd down. Red zone play. Ground the line. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Grab behind the line. It's Tolzien. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Using his legs, it's Tolzien. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce kept. into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back in the big... Offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hooks. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Offense getting set for first down.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Dances away to buy time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This time he's got his man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Third and long, try to convert through the air. Try makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Second down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Wildcats! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Now on second down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Finds the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Got him downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a crease, it's Barnes. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UTEP handled its business today, and given what the week was like in El Paso, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Lost to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ferguson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Razorbacks in the hurry up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Soft spot in the middle. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 20. Nothing. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
It's complete on the right side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Makes the catch. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
And and he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hooks. Dragged down, but there. The sticks for a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have, the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field. Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand the circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean,
Reels it in down the left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. Motion from the back. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer, what's your passing play I think you go to here?
No, I like moving the pocket at this point, Pollock, and also maybe thinking about the tight end on a crossover. Kind of get through the traffic, come out the other side.
Called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And off to Jones. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Breaks into the open. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They're going to ride this running back. Got the first down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. period starts with a second down play. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Wilson to pass. Can't connect on his first throw.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Razorbacks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on third down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in the zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Snagged out of the air. Lowers those pads. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun. Touchdown, Kentucky. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Wilson will throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They're going to run it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Delgado. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes. Catch at the 10. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let...
There he goes! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. At the 45 on its way. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another 1st down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
He will not get to the first down marker, and now that leaves them with 4th down and a big decision. Trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hooks. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Looking to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Got his man quickly. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College.